Hello everyone, welcome back to Speletons. I'm Zinker, she's Derek. This is Yoshi's Crafted World. We're going back to Rail Yard Run, looking for some cows for this guy who wants 5 cows. So they're gonna be in the distance and we need to throw some eggs at them.
I feel like I think he just wants to make a really good sandwich. And I can respect that.
Me too. I know a girl obsessed with cows.
Yeah.
Like, heavily obsessed with cows. Heavily obsessed with cows.
Well, alright.
Just to reiterate, they are heavily obsessed with cows. It's concerning.
Okay.
It's very
believe you.
concerning. Yeah. I believe me too. Because when would I would be wrong? I can't think of a good reason. How long was that train stopped there?
I don't know.
Looked like for a long time. Oops. It isn't a cow. Oops. I guess I need the...
So, I remembered a conversation topic that I told you to remind me about that you haven't yet.
What was it?
I believe I said the philosophical implications of Shrek.
Yes. Yeah, I meant to save it for this. Yeah. What are those philosophical... What do you mean, Derek? Have you been taking the philosophy class again?
No.
You sure?
So this has to do. This doesn't have anything to do with the first Shrek movie. This mostly has to do with the second and third.
Right.
So obviously, because like Farquaad was kind of a bad guy.
Kinda, he was.
So like, yeah. So who's the bad guy in Shrek
Farquaad.
in the second and third Shrek movies?
Second, Fairy Godmother.
Okay.
Yeah. And the second one. And Prince Charming as well.
Okay.
Shrek the third, I don't really remember that one. Because it wasn't that good.
It's charming.
Is it charming again?
Yeah. Well, it's
Really?
because So yeah, it's because he's trying to seek revenge on Shrek for killing his mother.
Oh. Well, no,
Remember,
actually, his mother.
At the end of
her
every
mother,
Shrek movie, the villain is murdered.
Yeah, I know. Well, she murders herself though.
Yeah.
Oh, he just gives you a
Well,
flower?
Sort of. Fiona's father kind of had a hand in that.
Who did?
Fiona's father.
What? Well, yeah, he bought.
He kind of had a hand in her.
No, it was entirely her own fault.
her
She fired the shot, and it ricocheted back and hit her.
Well,
It's her fault.
Yes, but he ricocheted.
Right. But it was her shot. She fired it, and it hit her again. That's what it is. There's no question who's responsible. It was suicide. She killed herself.
The villain at the end of the Shrek movie always dies. Except for in the first
Farquaad
three.
didn't.
I
don't think. Did Farquaad?
Yeah,
No.
the dragon eats him.
Oh.
It spits up. Dragon eats him. Dragon's the one who kills 2 of them.
Well, Farquaad was that. It was a bad guy. Well, that one was an actual murder. But,
That one was, so was Shrek the Third, because I recently watched it, and, Charming didn't have to die.
What do you mean? He dies
At
in
the
it?
end of, yeah,
Oh,
presumably.
presumably.
So, yeah, at the end of the movie,
Right.
his plan is foiled. Arthur gets everyone to lay down their weapons. He grabs a sword and stabs at Shrek.
Right.
and Shrek is like, "Ha, lol, you missed, nerd."
Who stabs Charming and Arthur?
Charming.
Charming, okay.
Or Arthur. Yeah, Arthur's like pal to Shrek at this point.
Right. I don't know if it changes. I don't remember.
And he and like afterwards, Shrek is like, "Ha, guess your plan's been foiled." And he's like, and Charming's like, just you wait, Shrek. I'll get you. And I feel like there was I feel like I wish I talked about this like right after seeing it, because like I need to look at it again. But I feel like I remember seeing a moment of like indication from Shrek towards Dragon, because immediately following this, you see Dragon not kick over the tower that Rapunzel was in, and it falls on the Charming. There is a window. And when I looked at it last time, it didn't look like the window lined up to where Charming was standing, but I could be wrong. So presumably he was crushed to death by a tower that Dragon knocked over intentionally, and you can see the expression on Dragon's face as she does it.
Who's the bad guy?
She bumps it she just slaps it with her tail.
Okay.
And knocks over this tower on Charming.
Right.
I also don't know that Charming is exactly a bad guy.
Well, he is, yeah.
Why? What makes him a bad guy?
Oh, he was trying to kill Shrek, right? He literally tried to stab Shrek.
Yes.
First off,
Shrek killed his mother.
Alright, first off, even in your scenario where you think, even in your scenario you said, Shrek didn't kill his mom, it was Fiona's dad. Second off, that's not even the case, because 1000%, it was Fairy Godmother that was her own undoing. It's her fault. Everything was her fault.
Yes, she was her own. She was her own undoing. Charming was in on the plan, but like he was like, it's not like he was like he faced any charges or anything after. Like the only thing that really happened to him is like he just wasn't like a king or prince of anything. That was it. Like he was just like an average person basically after his mother was killed. It's not like he was like thrown in prison or anything. So like in Shrek in the second Shrek movie, he really committed no crimes.
No, I would disagree.
Or like he was indicted of all the indicted of all the crimes
Derek,
that he did commit.
He committed the worst crime of all. Identity fraud.
Which is?
He just had a good lawyer, I guess.
But
you cannot. It was identity theft, Derek. You cannot say he did not do that.
Okay, but I'm saying he was like. What I'm saying is like at the end of the movie, he was free to go. He was like indicted. He was like I don't know what the exact term is, but like he was innocent on all charges.
No, it wasn't.
Like, he didn't, or that,
Derek,
or I guess you could say Shrek probably didn't press charges.
He's not like he was not guilty.
Yes, he did commit identity fraud, but like my point is like Shrek didn't press charges. There was no legal action taken against him. He, at the end, like regardless of whether or not he did commit it, there was nothing like it like at the end of the second Shrek movie. He could, or like he was, like everything was fine. Like nothing was like really like he had nothing outstanding against him, I guess.
Okay. No, he did. Yeah, he did. I don't know what you're talking about. You're really confusing about this. Just because he wasn't arrested doesn't mean he's not guilty of anything, Derek.
Zinker, Shrek could have pressed charges.
Then I guess Shrek didn't.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is like in terms of like legal jargon, he was fine.
Yeah. Okay. Doesn't mean he wasn't a villain, Derek. I don't understand. Like, I don't get your point with this. Like, do you think just because he wasn't pressed charges, he wasn't arrested, he was fine that he was that he's not the villain of that story? He is. He committed an identity theft. He just wasn't charged. That's it. That's
okay. So then you get to. Okay. So my point is he's not at the end of the movie. He's not a criminal.
Oops, I got 8. At the end of the movie, he's not a criminal. What makes you say that?
He is not a wanted criminal.
He's not a wanted criminal. He's still the villain of Shrek 2.
There's no one actively seeking him out. He has no outstanding warrants.
Right. Okay. I don't get what that has to do with anything.
He's just a person. Okay. So now at the beginning of Shrek the Third,
right.
Fiona's father is dying.
Right. And your point about this is?
Now, so Shrek takes over his duties. He does die.
Yeah.
So like Shrek takes over as king of Far Far Away.
Right. Radio.
It's shown in a montage. It's shown in this time that he is not doing a good job of doing the kingly duties.
Okay.
So, and like now you might just seem like well, I guess Shrek's a bad king, but like in reality, in terms of like politically for Far Far Away, this was probably a very this could potentially mean a lot of detrimental things, really. Like if having Shrek as king could prove very bad for Far Far Away. If he can't properly knight someone, he goes to knight someone and it's implied that he wounds them with the sword. How bad is off camera, so we don't know for sure, but we can assume it's from the sound and the look on his face. He probably cut the guy's arm off, came close to it.
Okay. I still don't get the point.
He set the ship off on a voyage and ended up destroying the ship.
I remember that. That's funny.
Okay. So, with a kingdom in shambles, where it's basically
it
wasn't in shambles, but it wasn't in shambles because the public did not the public didn't know yet that their king was now an ogre that has no political history or experience.
I needed the bomb. Okay. Retry.
And Queen kind of has a little, I guess, from when she was a child, but she spent most of her life in a tower. She probably didn't learn that much.
Yeah. Okay.
I guess she was supposed to. And Fiona might have Fiona kind of had some knowledge on it.
She should have knowledge on it. Yeah.
But my point
is, she's a princess.
Yeah. So she does. But my point is,
shut up, timer. Shut up. Thank you. Sorry. Just getting pissed at the timer.
He's not, or I wouldn't say that Charming is exactly a villain. He's more of a revolutionary. He started the revolution that Far Far Away needed.
No.
It could have been, for the most part, it could have been peaceful. And it was kind of peaceful for the most part, really. There wasn't any major.
What does he do? I don't remember what he does.
Shrek learns of another heir and he leaves the kingdom to go fetch the other heir, which is Arthur.
Okay. All right.
Uh,
So what you're saying is Shrek is remedying the
while-
problem that has occurred from him being king. So he's doing his kingly duties. One.
Yes.
He's remedying the problem.
Yes, but this isn't something that's public knowledge.
Okay.
It's specifically kept It's specifically kept out of public knowledge.
Okay.
And it would make sense to because like especially to like not let the public know that the king is away.
Right.
Fiona is pregnant.
Right.
And she she and other princesses, I guess, are while Shrek is away, Charming learns of the absence of Shrek,
Right.
and imprisons Fiona, basically,
Okay.
and
So he's a bad guy.
and like come. Well, no,
Well, you just said he imprisons Fiona.
that's a matter of perspective.
You were the one who gave the perspective, so I don't. You were the one who just said it yourself.
He imprisons Fiona, and basically he basically assumes control of Far Far Away and sets up a plan for when Shrek returns to execute him and the heir as well,
guy.
and to seize control.
Derek, say it with me. I know we have trouble with this. I know you have trouble with this a lot, but bad guy.
No, see, that's not quite it.
No, it is. He captured the kingdom and tried to execute someone. That's it. That's the end of the fucking story. That's the bad guy right there. Boom, boom, done.
No.
Yeah.
What was his name? Samson?
Who?
Samson?
Who?
The guy, or well, I guess I probably won't be him. Okay, so in any revolution,
Right.
Well, I guess the first thing I was gonna say is the difference between a civil war and a revolution. Is who wins.
I guess. Yeah.
If the government wins, it's a civil war. If the revolutionaries win, it's a revolution.
Okay, yeah.
Charming was providing the revolution that Far Far Away needed.
Okay. No, disagree. Actually, no, disagree because Far Far Away did not need it since Shrek was going to find the hair for them.
Yes, but like I just said, as far as the public knew.
Doesn't matter. You're saying he made the revolution that the public needed, but they didn't need it because the solution was already being handled.
They didn't know that. Yes, but they didn't know that.
Okay, doesn't matter. They didn't need it.
Look, if I was in Far Far Away and like I heard any of the rumors of what had been going on with what the current king had been up to,
right?
Any of the exploits that he'd been up to, if I watched him sink a ship as it was leaving for a voyage, I would very much be like, we need a new king. Like, this one's not working. This is
I don't think that's.
Like, I was satisfied with.
Okay, so they need a new king, which is what Shrek's going to find.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, yes, he is, because he doesn't. He's doing it, which he's doing out of selfish reasons, not for the purpose of far, far away.
Okay, doesn't matter. It's gonna help far, far away too.
It's mutually beneficial.
Yep.
I'm just saying, like,
While
he might be,
to be a hero.
Prince Charming might be a little misguided in his quest for vengeance.
Not a little. He wants to execute someone. And it's also only for revenge. Yes. His isn't for the good of the people. He just wants power and revenge.
Well,
he's stepping up to do this revolution to be a villain. It's straight up what this is.
He's stepping up to assume control of the throne, to build the far, far away that him and his mother had envisioned.
Okay. Doesn't matter.
Whether or not it's a good or bad far away,
like
you don't know.
He wants power to do what he wants, and
has political experience. He's a prince.
It doesn't matter if he's experienced, Derek. Hitler was fucking politically experienced. He's not the fucking hero of that story, Derek.
He was a hero for a bit, and then he stopped being a hero.
No, Derek. I don't think he was a hero for a bit. I don't think you would go down the Nazi route right now.
Germany out of a depression, and then he became that very quickly pivoted.
Yeah. He wanted to go to art school, and he's gonna be a good guy.
Hitler was a bad. Zinker. I'll tell you what. This is something I think we can both agree on. Hitler was the bad guy. See, I can tell the bad guy when it's.
Derek, I don't actually know if you believe that. I don't want to say it, but I feel like you can't. There's no way.
Anyways,
you think every. In fact, I'm actually concerned that you say that, because you of all people would fucking like, if you think someone's a bad guy, that means they're secretly the good guy. So if you think Hitler's the bad guy, then that means you secretly think he's the good guy, Derek. He's not.
That's not your logic that you just said with your mouth does not add up.
That does, yeah. Every person you think is the bad guy is the good guy, and every person you think is the good guy is the bad guy.
Well, anyways, going back to what I was saying, I don't feel like
let's use Yoshi as an example, right? Your average serial killer, Derek. Good guy. And
Yoshi's the bad guy in the story, and you cannot convince me otherwise.
Yoshi doesn't pay his taxes, and he serial killer murders Shy Guys.
Yoshi
good guy.
is just a criminal.
Not
Yoshi's the only good thing Yoshi has done is save a plumber baby once.
No, twice.
That plumber, okay, twice, and that plumber baby just happened to be like the most important dude in the Mushroom Kingdom.
That mushroom plumber actually happens to be a bad guy. So when you really think about it, Yoshi's still a villain. Well, okay, I guess not in that case, because as if you fucking know a baby's gonna be bad.
Yeah, Yoshi didn't know what Yoshi was doing. Yoshi was like protecting. Yoshi was protecting that kid, and probably you know why Yoshi was protecting that kid. So later when he's on trial for tax fraud, and being a serial killer, he can be like, okay, but like, hey, you see that princess there? Yeah, if I didn't save that plumber, she wouldn't be here right now.
I didn't say that one.
That's like Yoshi's motivations were entirely selfish.
I'm sure.
Anyways, regardless of whether or not you think that Charming was completely a bad guy or not, the main thing I want to say is he's still like they still had no right to kill him at the end.
What do you mean? He was a bad guy.
Okay, so
He was a bad guy killing Shrek. He didn't kill him now.
But he did not.
He would come back for Shrek later.
At the end of the movie, I don't believe he killed anybody.
He tried to. You said he tried to stab Shrek with a sword. Self-defense, dude. I don't even know. Dude, I don't even know what you want here.
Zinker, that wasn't self-defense. He was disarmed. He was at the point that Charming dies, he was disarmed.
Okay.
He had
Derek.
He had.
I'm pretty certain I can beat someone to death. I don't. I know how to kill some of my bare hands. My military friend taught me back in middle school. Never tried it though, so I don't know if it actually works.
You cannot kill an ogre with your bare hands.
You don't fucking know. What are you gonna tell me you're a fucking ogre scientist and you know everything about ogres? They don't exist.
Layers.
Derek. Okay. You can beat an ogre to death, Derek.
I disagree.
I know you disagree.
Anyways,
it's just because you want Prince Charming to be the good guy, but he's not the good guy. Again,
Charming
Derek,
can't
we really
over the death of his bare hands.
Derek,
look at the dude.
Derek, first off, he could also disarm himself again.
There was a crowd of people. Like, people could have stopped him too if he tried. Like, it wasn't happening. He wasn't going to beat Shrek. It wasn't self-defense. He was making, at the time he died, he was just talking. He was making no attempt at that point to fight
as far
Shrek
as you
back.
know. Anyhow, here's the point.
Shrek and
still self-defense.
Dragon colluded to kill him.
Correct. Self-defense.
That's not self-defense. That's not how self-defense works.
Yeah, it was in defense of himself. Prince Charming was trying to murder him, continuously keep murdering him.
Zinker,
so he stopped
if someone walks in my house, Zinker, if someone comes in my house with a gun,
and you're acting in self-defense. Even you disarm them, they can still kill you.
Zinker, if I disarm them, I'm holding the gun, and
they can still kill you.
I'm 6 feet away from them.
They could still kill you.
So I can just shoot them on the spot while they're standing still, making no attempt to kill me?
I mean, yeah.
What if I... Zinker, what if I...
So, wait, no, Derek, let me ask... From a legal perspective, the guy broke into your gun. Yes. At what point are the police going to arrest you for murder? Even if he was disarmed and had his hands up in the air, and he was not going to attack you anymore, you shoot him right then and there, what are they going to do? Charge you with murder for it? How the fuck are they going to figure that out?
Zinker, in New York State, if you shoot someone out of self-defense, you are legally required to give them medical attention to the best of your abilities.
I don't have any ability to do that.
You can be charged if you don't.
Okay. I don't have any medical ability, so they would just be dying.
Zinker, that's just you.
And also,
as much as you think you know everything,
what we're discussing right
your
now.
Defense of you're in a court of law, your defense of, well, I don't know anything, isn't going to mean anything to a judge. Ignorance of the law is no excuse. If you say I didn't know I was supposed to do that, they're going to say that's your fault not knowing.
Derek,
and if you have no professional experience, you still just because you have no professional experience doesn't mean you don't know that you need that if someone is profusely bleeding that you should put something on it.
I don't know. I don't fucking know what to do in the situation if I shoot someone, Derek. Yes, thank you. I don't have the medical ability.
I know. Yeah. I know what you're supposed to do if you do shoot someone out of self-defense, because there was a point where there was someone. someone who
The
broke
law
out
is,
there was like,
as you stated, the best of your medical ability. I have no medical ability. There would be nothing I could do for the person, Derek. There would be nothing I could do for the person. I would not know a damn thing.
There's
They're not
also
gonna be like, well, you didn't know the law, you're going to jail. It literally states, to the best of your medical ability. Otherwise, literally everyone would need to go get training in some sort of medical sense in the case you not accidentally, you shoot someone in self-defense. Otherwise, you're going to jail no matter what the fuck happens, because you will never be, because you don't have any medical ability to give someone if you shoot them in self-defense. Like, doctors are not the only people that need to protect themselves, Derek. I don't...
I know.
This is done.
Look.
No. You find me a fucking expert in the field that thinks Prince Charming is the bad guy, and come back to me. Until then, I don't want to hear no more of this crap, Derek.
If Zinker, I have a question for you.
Next time on Speletons.
If someone...
Next time.
I'm not done with this.
This episode has gone on for fucking way too long.